Thank you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to our 6x6 virtual college fair this evening for WACAC, the Western Association for College Admissions Counseling. We're pleased to be here with you tonight. I'm really excited to share some information from some great schools this evening. So we are sharing in a virtual 6x6 format. Just a reminder that this event takes place with different representatives from different schools, up to 6 schools presenting information in a short 6 minutes. So keep in mind, it's a great opportunity for these schools to share really high level information with you, but they have way too much great important information to fit into that 6-minute time frame. So that's why it's really important to reach out outside of these sessions to get in contact with the reps. They're going to put their contact information in the chat for you tonight. Save it, reach out to them through that, that information. Book visits either in person or virtually, and continue this process outside of the session tonight. It's a short 6 minutes, like I said, and the goal is to get you quick information and to expose you to the schools so that you keep going and you do more outside of this. You are going to have the opportunity to ask questions tonight through our Q&A feature at the bottom of your Zoom screen. So you can click on Q&A and then you can ask your question in there and our presenters will respond back to you privately. Keep an eye on the chat because they might also be sharing information with you in that chat feature. Maybe it's a website, maybe it's their contact information. I usually recommend copy and paste it. That way you have it and you can save it. This event will also be posted in about a week on the StriveScan website. So you'll be able to go, you should see it on the screen, to strivescan.com/WACAC and be able to get this video to view on demand in about a week. There's also more sessions after this tonight, so you can also continue to sign up and watch and learn more. So without further ado, we're going to go over to April at Texas Tech to learn more about her wonderful institution. So you can take it away, April.
Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate it. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Again, my name's April. I represent Texas Tech University. I am one of the lead admissions counselors for Texas Tech University. I'm actually based regionally, so I'm actually coming to you live from San Diego, California. I also like to tell you just a little bit about Texas Tech University. Texas Tech University, we have over 40,322 students to be exact. So we're very excited to announce that this year. We have over 250,000 residents at Texas as well in Lubbock. So we're very excited to announce that as well. So our student to teacher ratio is 20-to-1. Our average SAT score is 1147. We are a tier 1 research institution at Texas Tech. We are very much a lot of school spirit at Texas Tech University. So if you're into a lot of school spirit, tech is definitely that for you as well. At Texas Tech University, we also have 10 academic colleges, over 150 academic programs that you can choose from. We also even have Honors College at Texas Tech. And this is all consisting of undergrad, graduate, pre-law, medical, all under one campus. We're super excited to announce that we're going to be the second school in the state of Texas to have a veterinary school program. And so this is actually going to be located in Amarillo, Texas, which is about 2 hours away from Lubbock, Texas. So again, we're very excited to be announcing that as well. We have over 550 plus student organizations, 19 resident halls, 30 plus dining venues, and this beautiful 240 square foot rec center at Texas Tech as well. Again, we are part of the Big 12 at Texas Tech University. So just to kind of tell you, as far as the admissions process at Texas Tech, there are 4 necessary requirements. So you can apply with the Apply Texas or the Common App. We don't prefer one over the other. They're just simply different platforms. So I just wanted to let you all know that as well. There is a $75 application fee. We do have fee waivers as well. We will need all of your official college transcripts. So again, every college you've ever attended, we will need all your official college transcripts to send to Texas Tech along with your high school transcripts as well. And again, would need your SAT and ACT scores for various reasons for the transfer admissions process. We'll just talk to you about in just a moment as well. We are also going test optional for fall 22 as well. So once we have all your information, it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for a decision to be made at Texas Tech University. Also, with that being said, certain things far as that makes you assured admissions. So much of this is the same, but if you come to us with at least 12 hours of credit taken since high school, you don't need to send us your high school transcripts or SAT or ACT scores. We do need your official transcripts from every college that you attend, as I mentioned earlier, to get through approved from your electronic service or by mail, and by the envelope must be sealed to be when we receive it. As far as the assured admissions, it's a little bit different. So if you come to us with at least 12 to 23 hours, taken since high school, all you need is a 2.5 GPA as far as assured admissions. And if you come to us with 20 hours, you'll need a 2.25 GPA. Some majors do require admission GPAs to enter into these programs. So make sure you definitely check those out on our website for admissions. Again, if you happen to not meet our assured admissions, again, we're going to be looking at you as a holistic review, all the application review process, again, curricular activities, any awards, backgrounds, you name it. The more information we know about you, the better decision we can make for you as well. You can actually upload all this information again through the Rater Connect. You can check your application, you can register for events. Also, you can find out who your admissions counselor is as well at Texas Tech. One thing that I do want to point out at Texas Tech, if you receive a $1,000 scholarship from Texas Tech University as an out-of-state student, again, it would need to be a $1,000 competitive scholarship from Texas Tech University to receive a scholarship from us. So again, if you see here for non-residents is $23.87, for in-state tuition is $11.60. So again, if you qualify for a $1,000 competitive scholarship, that's where you can get the in-state tuition. Again, these are the scholarships that could possibly apply to you as far as being an out-of-state student. So definitely look at the proven achiever scholarships. Again, 60 transferable credit hours. Hours are units, if you will, with a 3.5 GPA. So we do stack scholarships. For example, if you receive a $1,000 scholarship from Tech, this is where you're going to get the $4,000 a year. And this down here is what you'll need to go ahead and renew it with a 3.25 GPA with 12 hours earned at Texas Tech University. We do have much of virtual events just like this, so definitely come and check us out. Again, if you have any other questions, please let us know. We'll be happy to answer any questions. And thank you so much for everything. We really do appreciate you taking this time. And again, Danielle, thank you so much for all your help this evening as well.
You got it. Thank you so much for sharing some great information, April, and for fitting a whole lot in that short time frame. We really do appreciate it. I'm also going to go over next to Paul Quinn College, and Sean, we're going to kick it over to you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Danielle. I appreciate that. Again, hi, my name is Sean Witten. I'm representing Paul Quinn College, the DFW's or Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex's only HBCU or historically Black college and university. I'm going to share my screen here so that you guys could get a visual representation of who we are in that same token. We've been built around this heritage in our history that's been founded in this fantastic approach of success, if you will, and an innovative success in that. You know, now today, through the history of time, you know, where there are 100 public and private HBCUs that have been formed through innovative and transformative education. And I would say that Paul Quinn College has been at the forefront of a lot of that. And we've aligned a lot of that legacy from HBCU's history that in the pride of who Paul Quinn College is. You know, we're the oldest HBCU in Texas. Our roots began in 1872 in Austin, where we were started by AME church pastors who had this vision to start a school that would offer students the chance that they weren't given before. So it's always been this radical hope, this ambition, this innovation, and civic engagement that has brought us our success. And it's from this that you really understand a little bit more of who we are today. We've now been able to carry and amplify that tradition into a quality, faith-based, liberal arts inspired education that is surrounded by academic, social, and Christian development of our students. And we do this through a very innovative approach that I'll talk a little bit more about in our other form of our identity. But under the leadership of President Dr. Michael Sorrell, we really are one of the most innovative and inspiring small colleges in America. We have a student body of around 500 students. We serve predominantly minoritized communities in both cultural, racial, and socioeconomic backgrounds, and move that to shape into a reality-based education for our students. So we say that we are more than a college, that we are a movement because of it. So we offer our students this ability to not only recognize and acknowledge their talents and their gifts, but transforming their ability into action and their potential into achievement, because we do it through what we call the 4 L's of Quinnite servant leadership. That you'll leave places better than you found them. You'll lead from wherever you are. You'll live a life that matters, and you'll love something greater than yourself. So much so that you might recognize us potentially, or if this is your first introduction to who we are, you've heard of our We Over Me farm, where we got rid of the football team and recognized that we were in a very food insecure community. And we're able to build an organic farm on our football field or out of our football field, where we're now offering this chance to give 30,000 pounds of organic produce to a federally recognized food desert. And so it's within this that we're living out this ethos of we over me, that the needs of the community supersede the wants of the individual. And so this is what we instill in our students. And we do it through this innovative approach of our urban college model. The urban college model started in 2015 and allowed us, among many characteristics, to reduce student tuition and fees and provide our students with the ability to graduate with less than $10,000 of student loan debt. The national average is growing closer to 25 to 30,000. Our new urban work college model allows us to be the first and only urban work college in the nation. And it's because it's been driven by our idea that we're going to be able to end intergenerational poverty and provide justice as an inspiration. And this is because in this program, you're provided with meaningful work opportunities as you go through the education, then you're contributing to the cost of your education as you go through. So the corporate partners that you see on screen now are going to offer you $10,000 and $15,000 scholarships, where we only cost around $17,000 a year. So 90% or more is already paid for just by working through your education. In the same token, if you're a person who works at Chipotle, we've partnered with the Guild Network to use their educational benefits as an employee to get a free degree at Paul Quinn. So if you're looking to take on an opportunity in that regard, that urban work college model allows you a fantastic financial freedom as you continue through your coursework. Our 7 majors and 11 concentrations really allow our students to move forward in applying what they learn in the classroom to that work college atmosphere. Our most popular being our business administration, legal studies, and criminology, and then our students who are studying in mathematics to focus in computer science, finance, or accounting. Excuse me, couldn't move fast enough. Within this, the bigger piece of this is that we also have a chance, not only in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, but the North Texas area in Plano, to offer our students an apartment style of living, and in turn an engagement with our continued corporate partners there as well. So you never have to would potentially come to campus. You have another campus location to be involved and engaged. What comes out of this offering or opportunity? You know, a fantastic profit and a fantastic purpose. Chandra Jackson's the young woman in the purple dress at the bottom. She's a 2015 grad who went on to graduate school and has become a professional speaker, author, and HR consultant. She's certainly profitable, right? She received some money and she's gotten some dollars from the work that she's done because of this education. At the same time, she's purposeful. I mentioned she's an author, and she's an Amazon bestseller for a book on mental health and spiritual well-being. And so it's here that we really want to see our students succeed. When it comes into our application process, and I see you, Danielle, so I apologize, give you 15 seconds. Within this, you get the opportunity for a free application, no essay, official college transcripts coming through, having a 2.75, you'll be able to get in here. All right, but that's Paul Quinn in a nutshell. That's my time as well. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak with you.
Thank you very much, Sean. Some great information about Paul Quinn here tonight. You had some rich information, as did April, and I know Ariella will as well. So turning it over to Ariella from Texas Christian University.
Thank you, Danielle. All right, I'll jump right in. My name is Ariella Martinez, and I serve as a senior transfer admission counselor at TCU, Texas Christian University, located in Fort Worth, Texas. We actually have a lot of students that come to us from California, and more specifically Southern California. So at TCU, it stands for Texas Christian University. You don't have to be of any certain faith or religion to attend TCU. We actually have 60 different faiths represented on campus and 25 different religion-based student groups. The only requirement is that you take one religion course before you graduate. So you could actually take that as a transfer and transfer it in if you wanted to, or save it and take it at TCU if you'd like. But just one course, no chapel hours, no other service hours, just that one course that you'd like to take. We are a mid-sized institution, about 10,000 students. So our student to faculty ratios are listed here as well as the average class size. And you can see that on the transfer side, we have about 1,500 students. So with that mid-sized feeling, we're not too big to where you're just a number, but not too small to where you know everybody. You can certainly meet a new person every single day. And I think that culture allows us to be able to take advantage and maximize the relationships that we get to build on campus, not only with your peers, like your friends that you're going to meet, but at the same time, your professors and other staff members as well. We are the smallest member of the Big 12 Athletic Conference, so we've got some big resources though. So whether you're looking for research or creative activity, but also internships, we've got plenty of opportunities, not only for the school and the name that we have, but also for our location, being in Fort Worth. We're just a growing city, and I think we've grown about 4 spots now to top 12 largest city in the last 3 years. Our $1.7 billion endowment also allows us to pour a lot of money back into students in the form of financial aid and scholarships. We have many different majors. Our most popular, and these are just the colleges that our majors are hosted under, but our most popular are business and nursing, but we also have a range of majors from church music to pre-health, pre-science, all the way to journalism. So these are just the different colleges that host majors. I won't go through all the majors, but I will send you a link that you can kind of review them all if you'd like to. For admission, we do admit for the fall, spring, and summer semesters. For the fall, we have 2 deadlines, an early and a final, which you'll see on top. In the spring and summer, there's 1 deadline. I always tell students all the time, don't ask for the deadline though, ask when's the soonest you can get your application in. Our requirements are that you have to have 12 transferable credit hours in a long semester post-high school graduation in order to be reviewed as a transfer student. So as long as you have your 12 units and a 2.7 GPA is desirable, then you would be eligible for admission, where we do have, that's for most majors, the 2.7. There are some majors that have a certain GPA requirement, and we can go into that on the transfer guide as well, that I'll send you a link to. But it is just 12 hours, 12 units, specific classes, as long as they are college level transferable classes. Our annual cost estimate is listed here. So total about $53,000 when you look at just tuition fees and books. But if you would like to live on campus and have a meal plan, you could include that as well, but it is included on the side here because it's not required of our transfer students. Academic scholarships are automatic. You don't have to apply with a separate application or by a certain deadline. If you meet the GPA that's listed and have the hours that are listed, you will automatically get that scholarship. And the lowest is starting at the very bottom, the Founders, for $12,000 a year. So if you have a 3.0 in 12 hours, you'll automatically earn that Founders. There are a few that have some stipulations like Phi Theta Kappa. You have to be a member of Phi Theta Kappa. TCC Cornerstone, you have to graduate from their program. And then the Chancellors, you see that one for full tuition. That one is competitive. That's the only one that's competitive that you do have to interview, and we select a number of students based on funding every year. CASPA and the CSS profile for financial aid. You all actually won't know about CASPA. It's a Texas-based one, but you would complete both FAFSA and CSS profile if you want to be reviewed for additional financial aid on top of the scholarship. And again, we're located in Fort Worth. I invite you to come out and check out not only the campus, but also the city. Like we said, a growing city, a great downtown, and just a wonderful opportunity for people. Even when they graduate from TCU, we often find that our students from California are not going back home. So come see what it's all about. And then lastly, you can join our mailing list. I'll drop the link here for you, and feel free to contact us if you have any questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ariella. I really appreciate you taking the time to share, and for everybody taking the time to share and to put some great information in a very short time frame. So at this point, that's actually the end of our panelists that we have for this session tonight, but in terms of the formal presentations, but I do have some questions for you all. So I'd invite April and Sean to join us back on the screen, and we'll start back with April, then we'll go to Sean, and we'll go over to you, Ariella, for a couple of questions. I think we have plenty of time to get to a few that I have tonight. So I'd start at the top. If you can share some wisdom and some perspective with our students attending, what would you share in terms of advice for the college search process? So why don't we start with you, April?
Thank you, Danielle. Yes. one thing that I always encourage students is definitely come out and visit the colleges and universities. So make that list because you're definitely going to look to the right, to the left and be like, I love it, or maybe not so much. So definitely go out and visit the campus. I can't tell you how important it is to go out and visit the campuses. Not only that, talk to faculty, talk to staff, talk to folks that are around the campuses as well as students. So that's one of my advice that I always give to students. Thank you, Danielle.
I got next. So yeah, I think a big thing for me is, take time to have your own self-awareness or build your self-awareness in your college search so that you know what to look for and know what you want out of the process. So, take whatever self-reflection, if it's writing, if it's catching a mentor or something in the like. I think it's important to know who you are to know what you want. And especially out of a 4-year investment, at 18 to 25 years old, and or older in that same token. But that's probably the biggest advice I give is, continue to strengthen that self-awareness in your search, so you know what it is you want out of your next experience.
I admire what was already shared. Thank you both. And on top of that, I kind of snuck one thing in. I always tell students, don't wait till the deadlines. Don't wait until the end of the deadline and continue to just sit on something. You want to have enough time to make your decision, and you're not going to have clarity on where you stand financially, where you stand even with a program or the admission until you've done all that you need to do. And that takes time. You have to apply. You need to wait to process things and transcripts. So if you want that clarity, it's really best serving to yourself to apply as soon as you can when the application's open. And on that same note, get connected. Of course, visit if you can visit, listen to any type of information sessions that you can. There are plenty of virtual ones now. So just dive in. And I tell students all the time, if you don't apply to a school, you told yourself no. You didn't allow an office to tell you no.
Great points, everybody. And I often say, there's no silly or stupid question, right? It's just the one you don't ask. So please do ask and share information. And that's why everybody's here tonight and even beyond this. So we'll go back up to the top here. Over to you, April. And I'm hoping you could tell us, and that all three of you can tell us about a tradition or a fun event that occurs on your campus that you'd like to share with our audience tonight.
Yes, one exciting one is called Carol the Lights at Texas Tech University. We string over 25,000 lights along the campus. We had 20,000 attendees attend, and this usually happens in December. And so they sing carols and all that, drink hot chocolate and all that good stuff. But one fun thing that they do out there is they had 9 proposals. So we're super excited to see what will happen again. Hopefully we'll be able to do that for this coming winter of 2021. So who knows, we'll see how many more proposals there'll be, but Carol of the Lights is definitely a wonderful tradition at Texas Tech. Thank you.
Yeah, I think our Voices That Matter events have been fantastic, not only for our students, but for the community at large. We invite the entirety of the community to come in and engage with us with a speaker who's really shaped and shifted either a movement and or in their profession. So we had Trayvon Martin's mom recently this year. And so it was a big impact for us to recognize that her voice was and has been crucial, especially given the current environment, if you will, or climate. And so it's things like that we're able to make an impact with our students and within our community at large. And so having that each year, and something that President Sorrell has done and has had some fantastic speakers come through, is a fantastic learning moment that is bigger than just the college experience, but offers them the opportunity to really see it a wider lens.
I certainly enjoy anything festive. So around the holidays, absolutely. But at the same time, just having the traditions where you're incoming and having that kind of welcome orientation, something to kind of help you feel that connection, that family, that culture. But also when you're leaving, we have senior sunrise where the seniors go out and watch their last sunrise before they walk the stage from the stadium, and just fun times to be able to connect all throughout the year. Like we have petting zoos that come out, lots of debrief, de-stressing. And so I enjoy the opportunities to have more of that social wellness aside from academics, because everyone's there, everyone's stressed trying to get through college. And so being able to connect in those manners are always important to me too.
Absolutely. And you all shared such great examples of really just meaningful and fun and social and educational and so much more opportunities for our students to engage once they're on your campuses and parts of your community. So thank you so much for sharing. Right now, we're going to quickly adjust back to the panel because we've had Southern Methodist join us, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to have you be able to speak with our students here tonight. So if we can turn our attention, I'm seeing Carla on the screen here, and Carla, we'd love for you to share some information with our students if you're ready to go.
Absolutely. And I apologize. I think I was given the wrong link, or maybe I did not click on the right link, but definitely thank you so much for having me here. I am extremely excited and that I get to share this wonderful information about Southern Methodist University. Let me go ahead and share my screen from the beginning so we can quickly start and then jump back in. Hopefully everybody can see the presentation, and I will do my 6 minutes as quickly as I can. So definitely Southern Methodist University is located in Dallas. Our partnership and definitely our university is growing because of this wonderful city. So we are very lucky to be in the fourth most largest metropolitan city in the United States. And we do have many wonderful transfer students. They do come from California, especially Southern California. I definitely work with many of these wonderful students. So to give you a little bit of information about our transfer population, 68% do come from Texas, but 32% come from out of the state. So we have a wonderful plethora of students here that really do take our university and make it so wonderful and diverse. So that's really great. And of course, we have many headquarters here in the Dallas area. So 20 Fortune 500 companies are headquartered here. So that's so wonderful to our students. And we, of course, have opportunities for research. I always get so many questions about from our transfer students when they're able to go into the research, especially coming in as transfer students. And the truth is they really could do that as soon as they come in after their first semester. I highly always recommend to make sure that you reach out to faculty, because these will be the individuals that can give you these opportunities. So you don't have to wait another year. You can really just jump into these wonderful research opportunities. So definitely keep that in mind when you transfer to SMU. And we do have many wonderful alumni. All of our opportunities do come from our great Mustangs, right? Mustangs helping other Mustangs. So definitely these are the individuals that most of your internships will come from. We have 130,000 alumni worldwide, 58,000 just in the DFW area. So keep that in mind. We are a medium-sized school. We're close to 12,000 students at this time, and our average class size is about 22 students. Our faculty to student ratio is 11:1. So you're definitely going to have that one-on-one with your faculty member and your professor, which is what you want truly, so that you can have that attention, so that you can grow as a student and especially as a professional in the future. 29% of our students are students of color. So we recruit many wonderful students from all diverse backgrounds. So definitely make sure that you keep SMU in mind as you go through this search. And we, of course, have something for you. We have over 200 campus organizations. So you will be able to find something that's just right for you and that you can contribute to. So we have 5 different schools. I will have to say, though, that my most popular school, especially in California, is the Cox School of Business. Most of our students definitely go into SMU because of this wonderful opportunity. Oh, I'm not sure what this is going on, but let me go backtrack. We also have the College of Humanities and Sciences, Lyell School of Engineering, Meadow School of the Arts, and the Simmons School of Education. We do have 11 residential commons, as SMU is a very traditional school, and we definitely want to make sure that you have this traditional college experience. So we definitely take pride in making sure that our students do participate in our faculty and residence. So you can definitely connect and get that mentorship as you're here at SMU. Okay, so to go right into what we will be looking for as you apply, we do have rolling admission at SMU. So our deadlines are not hard deadlines, but they are recommended deadlines. That means that in order to have a timely decision, we recommend that students apply by these particular dates. We do take applications in the fall, in the spring, and in the summer. So depending on what entry term you're really thinking about, these are the dates you're going to be looking into. We are past the recommended deadline for fall 2021, but that doesn't mean that you still can transfer as we have the rolling admission. Now, our admission committee will be looking for various things as you apply. Most importantly, if you have at least 24 transferable credit hours, the minimum GPA, which is a 2.7 GPA, and of course to be math ready. So how are you math ready? We will be looking to make sure that you have taken a college level course. If you have not and you've graduated high school within the last 3 years, we can look at your final high school transcript to make sure that you do have that particular math readiness component. So long as you have Algebra 1, 2, geometry sequence, then definitely this will make you math ready and have graduated within the last 3 years. Now, the application process to SMU, it's quite simple in my opinion. You will complete your application to SMU, pay your $60 application fee, send all official college transcripts, like most of other universities have already probably covered this. Our official final high school transcript is required. That's another very popular question that I get from SMU, for SMU applicants. Do I need a final high school transcript? Yes, you do. This is the only document that we will accept directly from the students. So if you have a copy of your final high school transcript with a graduation date, then you can definitely send it to us. And I think I might be out of time. Am I out of time, Danielle? Okay, quickly go. We will definitely have scholarships, financial aid available, but please reach out to me if you have any other questions. I'll be more than happy to connect with you, and I'll turn it over back to you.
Thank you so much, Carla. I really appreciate that. And I did ask our other panelists a couple quick questions. So while we have a couple minutes here tonight, I'll catch you up with the first 2 questions if that works, and then we'll invite everybody to respond with the last question, and then we'll wrap up our panel here tonight. So the first question, Carla, and sorry to throw this at you right now, but what's a piece of advice you would share with our audience members about going through the college search process, if you would like to share something?
I definitely think that, most students don't really visit. So if you can definitely visit the campus, if you're able to do that. I know the pandemic is a little bit strange now, but we have, I am sure, all of these wonderful institutions and many others, virtual components. I am an admission counselor at heart, and I feel like students definitely need to make sure that they connect with the institution. And sometimes it's just that feeling when you're on campus, depending on where you are, where you live. I actually get a lot of students that are visiting from California. So if you're able to go to SMU or visit us here in Dallas, I do recommend, so that you can make sure you get that feeling that it is the right fit. So that is my biggest advice.
Absolutely. And in whatever way you can, right? If you can in person, if you can virtually, great opportunity to, like you said, see if there's that feeling and that connection, if you can envision yourself there. So that's a great piece of advice. The next question I asked, if you have a tradition or maybe a fun event that takes place on your campus, and you want to share that tonight.
Oh, so definitely Stampede. So we do this in the summer. It's, of course, a way to get all of our students right for the fall semester. A lot of our transfer students, and maybe it is because you're coming in as a new student, they might not think that there's many events for them, but we actually do. We incorporate them in everything that we really can. So I really do think that students need to make sure they reach out and be vocal that you're a transfer student. Go up to other students, let faculty members know. I've had a wonderful student that I worked with. She would just introduce herself to all the faculty members as a transfer student, and just led her to get a wonderful internship. So that is really amazing. And that's because the faculty member said, let me show you around. I will let you know how things are done as a transfer student. So be very vocal, wear the transfer shield like an armor, and go out there and let them know. So yes, that is a wonderful tradition that we do have.
All right, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And we've got one more question if our other panelists are still here on the call with us tonight. I usually try to challenge our panelists and see if you can come up with maybe a fun fact that these students might not know about your institution, or maybe they can't find on your website. So I challenge you to think about if you can come up with something and share a fun fact with us. So April, let's hear a little bit about Texas Tech.
Yeah, so at Texas Tech, we do have engineering at Texas Tech, but as far as our engineering program, we do require students to do study abroad. So that is mandatory at Texas Tech. Again, we want our students to be very well-rounded. Our dean was an astronaut and what have you. Our engineering majors have 100% placement rate as well. So that is why it's really important for our students to do study abroad as well. So they'll do their study abroad freshman, sophomore year, and then in junior, senior years when they'll actually go into their major. Thank you, Danielle, for everything.
You got it. That's a very cool fact. Thank you for sharing. We'll go over to Sean. If you can challenge us with a Paul Quinn fact, that would be awesome.
As you could tell, it's my time to have coffee. Nonetheless, yes. Fun fact about us is we have a almost complete cross-country pathway in essentially our backyard. So on campus, we've just added a walkway to it, so it's a little bit more approachable, but it does have a fantastic opportunity for students who are looking to compete at the NAI level at the cross-country to do it right at home, right on campus when we do reopen after this pandemic.
Awesome. That's very cool. And hopefully that will be soon, right? We are all hoping for that. All right. And Ariella.
I'd say one, you honestly could probably find it online. I would hope so. But our pre-health program, so for students that want to go into medical, dental, chiropractic, veteran, any type of professional program, we do have a pre-health program where you don't have to be said hard science major, whether it be bio or chem. You can just be part of that program. And our students who come out of that program are getting admitted into medical school at twice the national average, so at 80%. It is a rigorous program, and so we absolutely have a higher GPA requirement for incoming transfer students, but it's a great opportunity, of course. And the rigor of the program, the guidance that you get does help you prepare and excel for your future opportunities.
All right, that's a great one. Thank you so much. And last, but certainly not least, Carla.
Well, I definitely.
Oops, we might have lost Carla there. Hope it's not just me, but that's all right. We're gonna roll with it here tonight, and I'm sure she has a fun fact. But I'll challenge our audience, if you're viewing, to go check out the website and see if you can find one about all of our schools here tonight. So as we're wrapping up the panel here tonight, I'll share my final screen here with you all and just say thank you so much for joining and being a part of this fair this evening. There is a quick survey that's going to appear on your screen after you close out of the session tonight. Always great for us to get feedback, to keep improving, and just to keep offering great events for everybody as they're going through the college search process. So I invite you to complete that quick survey and to give us some feedback. You can still sign up for more sessions. There's another round of sessions happening after this one. And in general, you can always go onto the StriveScan website for more information. And just a reminder that this recording will be posted in about a week, and you can go to strivescan.com/WACAC to be able to get that video recording and to be able to watch it on demand. We know this can be an overwhelming process at times. We don't want it to be, so we invite you to keep asking your questions, keep coming back for more information. And just remember that everybody here on the call and everybody back at the schools who you're applying to are really here to help you through this process. So take advantage of that. We wish you well in the college search process. I hope everybody stays well and has a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Everybody take care. See you later. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dave.